Hey, it's Uncle Bear of Uncle Bear's Rodeo. It's been months, 4 months. Yeah, July, summer. It was summer. It might have been was it in a park? No, I think the last one was at my previous home. Previous home. Today I am getting back on the horse. Since it's Uncle Bear's Rodeo, there better be horses involved, let alone bears and other creatures. I'm getting back on the horse and I'm a bit terrified. A lot has happened in those 4 months. And the one thing I know is change. Change, whether you like it or not, is the only constant. This life that I have right now, I did not really see 4 months ago. Probably a lot of the people that will view this could say the same thing. Now, some of you are under the impression that nothing changes. Good on you. How's that working for you to hold that reality? And the bigger reality is that there's nothing that's not subject to change. Those of you who have been in the same job or the same relationship or the same whatever for years and decades may be under the impression that things don't change. They do. You are change. We are change. Humans are change. That's what we are. We're little packets of change going around this multiverse of ours. And especially in this country, in the United States, there has been tremendous change over the last couple months. We have gone through a really hard process and are going to continue to go through a hard process of transition from the previous president, the president still now, Barack Obama, to Donald Trump. God, that's hard. I still have resistance to change. I do. So, we all do. My life is a miracle. And I am really lucky to be loved up the way I am by ridiculously beautiful, powerful, amazing creatures who are helping me through this particular set of changes that I have embarked on. I moved from the Pacific Northwest and lovely Portland, and I'm back in the Midwest. I'm back in the Great Lakes. I am in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and the idea is that I will be going back to Chicago. I don't know exactly, because change is the only constant, and so I can have an idea of what's going to happen. I'm not exactly sure. The one thing that has become very clear in this process, not only has changed the only constant, it is that we don't know, I don't know very much. That whatever idea or plan I have, that's an idea. That's a plan. Is it going to work out that way? You know what? No, it's not going to work out that way. Even if what I say is going to happen happens pretty much, it will not work out the way that I thought it was going to work out to the letter. There will be circumstances and things that will flavor the experience in ways that are astonishing and horrible, probably. And the plan may go out pretty well, but it's not going to be the plan that I thought of. I think one of the reasons why I wanted to make this vlog, besides the fact that I was terrified to make a vlog again after 4 months, was because I think that this idea that whatever you're experiencing is going to be the same day in, day out is potentially really harmful. We are creatures, humans, that want to kind of feel safe. We want to feel safe and secure. We want to have our bearings. We want to have, we want to have our bearings. And that, yeah, that's right. And impermanence pretty much shows us that it's all going to shift. I have several beautiful beings in my life who suffer from depression. I have had spells of depression myself. I, however, am, I guess, fortunate, lucky, I don't know what. Depression has not been really present in my life for a long time. I have I experience circumstantial depression. I experience situational depression. I experience sporadic depression from time to time. I am not a human that suffers from it regularly. I love humans who suffer from it regularly. Really brilliant, powerful, amazing, smart humans who've done so much, if you want to look at the doing part of life, who've done so much, and they experience sometimes long stretches where life is very bleak, where motivation and energy don't exist, where some of the stories that they hold about themselves are really up in their grills and they believe them. These are people who know about brain science, who know about things to help us feel better. These are people who practice yoga and mindfulness and meditation and are creative and are loved and have resources. And these are people that I love that get so stuck in depression where change is the only constant isn't real for them. It's not true. They believe that how they feel, how they're experiencing life, what they're viewing, what they're engaging in, how they're engaging in, how everything is. They believe that that's it, that it's going to always be this way. And this way sucks. Okay, so let's be really clear. It sucks. Depression fucking sucks. You know, we make light of it in some weird way in this real tough culture. Just pull yourself up by your bootstraps kind of culture with tough pioneers. Well, you know, all that doesn't work for people who are really depressed. And frankly, that kind of attitude doesn't work that much most of the time. There are times where kicking yourself in the ass, getting kicked in the ass, toughing it out, bucking up, it's really fucking good. It's really good. It's point on. And a lot of times, most of the time, that doesn't work. So the thing that I really change is the only constant. The idea of always and never are ideas, and they're not that useful. If I thought my life would always be like this, what I'm experiencing right now, wow, that would kind of blow. There's beauty in my life right now, tremendous beauty. I am so grateful that I have done practices and work for decades that are keeping me buoyed. I'm especially grateful for all the gorgeous fools out there who love me. And I have privilege beyond privilege. And I would not want life to be how it's like now. Life is not great in many ways now. No matter how great it is overall, there are specific things about my life that are not great. So what? I'm making this vlog to remind you, change is the only constant. Whatever it is that is pulling you from your center, whatever it is that is reinforcing crappy stories that you still keep on telling yourself, whatever external circumstances that are really awful right now, change is going to happen. Change can make it worse. Sorry, that's just how it is. It doesn't mean that it's going to be better. It's just going to be better. No, it could actually be worse. The only thing I can say to you, though, is it will change. And honestly, you do have some power in this. You don't have ultimate power. That's not how it works. You do have some power. There are a gazillion little things that you can do, that you can be, that you can think, that you can feel, that will create more space within you. Gratitude practice is like one of the biggest ones that comes to mind. There are so many different things. There's so many different things to sniff and taste and eat and watch. There are many, many things. And when you're in that place where it doesn't seem like anything will ever shift, I understand it's hard to reach out for anything that's different. That's one of the things, though. Anything that's different. Something small, something actionable, something that doesn't require a whole lot of energy. Any small thing. Change is the only constant is probably the biggest gift of this life, and it's probably one of the biggest burdens of this life. I hope that I find the different little changes right now that I can access to shift my life. To be grateful for what I have and to shift myself and my heart open more and more so that I can have a life that is delicious most of the time. I do have a life that is delicious most of the time. And that I can remember. I can become whole again. Remember, that's what remember is all about. I can remember that honestly, in this moment, whatever it is, it's pretty much okay. If I have survived the trauma, the funkiness, the hardship, and I've gotten to this moment, even if this moment is challenging, I'm okay. You're okay. You are okay in some way. If you're breathing, you're okay in some way. And I would love for things to be easier, to be more filled with happiness and joy, to have suffering come down, and to have the yum of life go up. And one of the only ways to experience that is to recognize the change is happening. Whether you believe it or not, it is happening. It doesn't require change. There's the great thing about change. Change does not require your belief. Change does not require you feeling whatever about it. It is. It's happening. It might not be happening in the way that you want. It might not be happening as quickly as you want. And it's happening. It is happening. I love that. There is a blessing in change that is so full. There's a blessing in change that allows me to hang on for just a few more moments to see what else might be happening. I'm also an incredibly curious bear. I want to see what happens next. I really do. I want to see what happens next. I want to see if the next thing is something that may delight me or inform me, grow me, shape me. There's something else besides this moment. And in this moment is the possibility of every moment. How cool is that? Think about that for a second. In this moment is the possibility of all moments. That's how cool this moment is. That's how cool this moment is. This moment has the ability to harness all the energy of everything you've ever done and move it into everything that you'll ever do. That's magic. It's a little scary not putting on a show for you. I mean, I put on a show to some degree because I'm a goofball. But wacky, 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 waka, waka. This is what I got right now. I'm showing up. I'm going to go through vulnerability, hangover, and I am offering what I can in this moment. If you have enjoyed this time with me, these shenanigans, there's still shenanigans. There are always going to be shenanigans. That's just how it is. If you've enjoyed it, please subscribe. There is a button somewhere on the screen. And subscribe, leave a comment, leave a suggestion, leave an idea, leave anything that could guide this experience because I guess I'm doing it. So thank you so much for sharing some time with me. We do this thing together. Thank God we do this thing together. Thank you.